The clock is ticking and the country is in the final preparations ahead of the 2026 general elections. With just 8 months left to the general elections, political parties have already started holding internal election processes even as they ready themselves for 2026. But there is fear that whereas the Electoral Commission is playing its role to organize free and fair elections, the voter turnout could be less than expected because of the persistent violence cases in elections. Voter participation in Uganda's electoral process has steadily declined over the years. In 2021 general elections, only 57% of registered voters participated. Nearly 22 million Ugandans are expected to take part in the 2026 polls.
One of the riskiest ventures in Uganda currently is political participation. And unless we diffuse the risk involved with political participation, we are, especially on electoral day and in rallies, we are not likely to see increased involvement of the highly vulnerable groups.
The violence affects persons with disability more, it affects women. If you see the voter turnout in Kawempe, it was too low. And the reason was, people cannot come out to vote when they see members hovering around the place.
I condemned and I still condemn the face value violence by gov't. Immediately we are nominating a candidate. It affected us. But then I was told, and I have now almost withdrawn, that there were security issues related with it.
You cannot conduct an election where you have several armored vehicles paraded at a polling station, stick-wielding UPDF officers patrolling and beating up people.
Whether you are DP, whether you are UPC, whether you are NRM, violence affects all of us equally.
According to the Equal Opportunities Commission, the failure by political actors to conduct voter and civic education could also contribute to low voter turnout.
No agency is doing voter education, and we are wondering how election will be conducted without voter education.
Launch voter education programs in indigenous languages and accessible formats, focusing on the unique needs of persons with disabilities, older persons, and those in rural areas through radio, community meetings, and schools.
The Equal Opportunities Commission is concerned that political parties are charging aspirants hefty nomination fees, and this could lock out marginalized and underrepresented groups, including women, youth, persons with disabilities, and older persons. For instance, the ruling National Resistance Movement and Uganda People's Congress Party are charging nomination fees to a tune of 20 million shillings for the presidential position, while the Forum for Democratic Change is charging 5 million shillings. For the position of a member of parliament, the NRM plans to charge 3 million shillings, while UPC will demand 1 million shillings and FDC will ask for 100,000 shillings.
Additionally, the high cost of campaigning, including rallies, advertising, and staff, often force candidates to rely on wealth donors or political parties, giving those with financial resources an unfair advantage.
NRM charges 3 million for parliament, but gives them 50 million for member of parliament for a district and 40 for member of parliament for constituency, from 30 to 40. So where do we get that money? If we didn't charge this, NUP would say from consolidated fund.
You imagine a young person who has either finished senior 6 or university and wants to go and represent the people, and you're charging them 3 million shillings to participate in party primaries, and after that to pay 3 million shillings to be able to participate in the national election. That's wrong.
The Equal Opportunities Commission has added inmates, ethnic minorities and indigenous groups, as well as Ugandans abroad, to their list of citizens who should be involved in the elections, as these have for long been ignored, yet their decisions matter too. Daniel Kibet, NTV.